Good morning, my name is Paula Ricardo Schier, and today I'm going to be presenting my work in the new public procurement and contracting law and the affirmative public policies for women. The work was supervised by Vivian Lima Lopes. In the last decades, the public procurement and contracts have been progressively resignified, now being understood as a strategic instrument for promoting public policies. In Brazil, the bidding process becomes an exercise in fostering innovation and sustainable development, linking Brazilian constitutional goals with international treaties. The treaties that we're going to study is UN's 2030 Agenda. The initiatives brings the concept that the world must be built, leaving no one behind, establishing 17 SDGs that are integrated, indivisible, and balance the three dimensions of sustainable development: economic, social, and environmental. The focus of this research will be on SDG 5, which address the gender perspective, imposing on states the achievement of gender equality and the adoption of measures capable of empowering all women at all levels. The research consists in the analysis of the effectiveness of sustainable procurement law under Law 14133 from 2021 and its regulatory decree, which provides that a minimum percentage of employees from the company to be contracted should be composed of women who are victims of domestic violence and adopts gender equity actions as a tie-breaking criterion amongst the participants in the bidding process. The main goal is to analyze how the public administration acts in combating domestic violence and family violence against women, identifying the relevance of public procurement and bidding law as an instrument for promoting the reintegration of the group of women into the labor market. The first step was to explore the challenges of reintegrating women into the labor market after experiencing domestic and family violence, examining the importance of public policies and the new procurement law in overcoming such circumstances. The second step was to evaluate the regulatory amendments of Article 25, Paragraph 9(1) and Article 63 of Law 14133 and what challenges are still encountered for the effective application of the provision in the context of public procurement. Despite the extensive body of Brazilian legislation, the issue of domestic violence and gender inequality remains one of the most alarming manifestations of gender inequality in the country. The findings indicate that the procurement and binding law introduced important guidelines for social equity, but it's still limited to specific circumstances. That includes the occurrence of a tie between bidders, the possibility of submitting a new proposal, and the impracticability of applying other provisions set forth in Article 63 of the same law. It's important to highlight the significant regulatory innovations introduced by this reference legislation, particularly regarding the explicit inclusion of mechanisms aimed at promoting gender diversity within public procurement process. The conclusion is that the existing regulatory and operational challenges continue to limit the immediate effectiveness of these measures. Overcoming such barriers is essential to ensure that these norms move beyond symbolic value and translate into concrete actions for the inclusion and empowerment of women in labor market. Thank you.